Hello and welcome to Lunatic Gaming, where you gotta be crazy to be this bad. So we're gonna continue today. We're gonna continue on the main quest line since in the last time I believe I did the Ninja Awakening. So I'm gonna try and continue this quest line. We're gonna finish the level 51 quest line entitled Dark Energy that Looms over Mediah. All right, let's start.
May you be with
Your
nature
journey from
and
Calphia
be
must have been a
obedient
long
to
and difficult one.
providence.
I am Heroine, the head priestess of Kamasilva Temple. How is a stranger such as yourself in a place like this? This is surely no coincidence.
White Kamasilva clears and heals
He was always
wounds.
interested in this place, however, the priests were put off by his curiosity. Seems like he's been laying low lately. I think he's staying outside the temple somewhere.
Orwin told me lots of stories.
But enough pleasantries. That look on your face tells me you're here for a reason. Perhaps this too is the will of Sylvia. How else would an outsider, such as yourself, be able to enter our temple? What are you looking for?
Temple of Elves exists in other places.
Witch of Darkness. Have you ever heard the name Elizra? She was a powerful witch who wields dark energy. I'm sure she's the one who you saw at Kazarka's shrine. Nobody knows what she plans to do with the evil she brought to our world. One thing for certain, though, is that many have suffered terribly because of her. Many have lost their families, and even more have lost all hope. No one would say anything good about her.
Luck wasn't on your side,
Ask about the
but you
changes in
are of
Mediah.
strong
The
will.
abominable witch plunged the kingdom of Mediah into 3 days of darkness. It led to the fall of the old kingdom of Mediah and nearly its complete annihilation. In the end, the kingdom has perished and the dark energy tainted the entire land. The Mediah that we know now was rebuilt after the disaster, but the people are still suffering from the aftermath.
The
Hmm,
spirit of the
just in
forest
three
welcomes you.
days, a whole civilization. Damn. We saw the recent changes from afar, so were sent to purify the land. We brought with us a branch from Kamasilv, the sacred tree, and tried to plant it in the land of Mediah, hoping that its holy power and the light of the divine goddess would cleanse the land of the dark taint. Sadly, the sacred tree would not take root in the lands further east because of the dark energy that covered it, which means this place where we built Kamasilv temple is the furthest where the sacred tree can grow.
May you be with nature and be obedient to
Okay.
providence.
Natural furnace. If you're planning to pursue Elizra, tracking the darkness would be fastest way to uncover her whereabouts. The fact that the sacred tree cannot take root here means that an ominous dark power has spread underground. Go to Hakan Dirk, the overseer activities in the underground lava cave. I'm certain he'll give you information you'll find useful during your travels.
Orwin told me
Alright,
lots of
lady.
stories.
On horse.
Don't just stand
Adventure
there.
from the west.
Help
What brings you all the way out
water.
here?
Don't you worry. We can stop this.
Not long after the incident, he warned about the monsters and advised me on how to deal with them. I think he's still around. Would you like to meet him? Last I saw him, he was looking down on lava cave from somewhere up high.
We will be able to work in the cave again
Cave you
soon.
see in front of you leads to a giant furnace, natural furnace. There were once days when all of the renowned blacksmiths across the continent gathered in Mediah. They came from all over to make use of the scorching temperatures produced by the furnace to forge many of the legendary weapons and pieces of armor found in Mediah. Those days are long gone. The 3 days of darkness ruined everything. It all began when a strange explosion occurred inside the cave, somehow creating a perfect environment for the aggressive goblins to thrive nearby. The explosion also caused the heat from the furnace to rise to extreme levels, making it almost unbearable to perform any task. As a result, many of the blacksmiths had no choice but to leave. I wonder if those days of glory will return to Mediah again. If only someone could get rid of those lava monsters inside the cave. Let's go.
Don't just stand there. Go help bail out the water.
Watch out, that thing's covered in lava.
Don't you worry.
Oh shit, I'm so bad at the controls still. Just stand there. Go help bail out the water. Help an intellectual who knows the dangers. The giant came back not long after the incident. He warned about the monsters and advised me on how to deal with them. Think he's still around. Would you like to meet him? Oh, it's the same thing. That's the furthest anyone has gone into the cave since the ferrets turned up. I know I might be asking for too much considering it's the first time we've met, but can you help an old man one more time? You've done a great job killing those ferrets, but the cave is still too hot for us to do anything in there. If nothing is done to lower the temperatures within the cave, none of the workers will be able to return, but you may be able to help us. We've finally figured out the formula for a coolant that might cool down the caves. The temperatures will start to drop once you pour over the lava pits.
We will be able to work in the cave again.
The heat, it's suffocating. I can't even breathe. The 3 days of darkness or whatever is it's making life miserable. Everyone's preparing to leave. Did you see that burning, bubbling lava? The vent, it was never there before. If only we can block it. Hmm. To have burnt due to the high temperature, as you've heard, it seems impossible to work in such conditions. That old fool really thinks I'm cool and is enough to bring those scorching temperatures down. There's a dark energy coming from inside the cave. A dark monstrous creature must have made this cave its home. Huh. Okay. You know what? I don't really need... Where is it? Foxclaw. Hey, it's a you.
Just stand there. Go help bail out the water. Don't you worry. We can stop this.
What did you say that you sensed the dark energy from the giant lava monster? That's re-jogged this old memory of mine. Perhaps the dark energy inside the cave is somehow linked to the black crystals we discovered in the desert after the 3 days of darkness.
We will be able to work in the cave again soon. Don't just stand there. Go help bail out the water.
Decades ago, a fierce war raged in the deserts between Gelfion and Valencia. It seemed like the war would never end. My old friend Mevo Moranan and I decided to make advanced weapons to sell to armies and make a decent profit. We traveled across the desert to trade our goods, and one day we stumbled upon black rocks buried in the sand.
Don't you worry. We can stop this.
When we first brought the rocks back, we thought we could use them to process steel, but then we discovered that the black rocks were capable of unleashing powers beyond our imagination. I realized that the dangers it could bring, so I decided to keep a distance, but Mevo could not. He believed he could control and harness their powers.
We will be able to work in the cave again soon.
Mevo Moranan left this place, claiming the natural furnace to be a relic of the past. He is the type of person who would endure anything to make the best weapon. Come to think of it, could it be that the lad is somehow responsible for this? He could have poured the black crystal into the furnace for all I know.
Don't just stand there.
Can't be trusted.
Go
He
help
knows a
bail
thing
out
or
the
two
water.
about black crystals. I wager it's his fault this furnace is in ruins.
Don't you worry. We can stop this.
It makes perfect sense. Mabel clearly used the 3 days of darkness to cover his own no-good tracks. Don't you agree? Deep down I always knew that man couldn't be trusted. I'm sorry for pulling you into this dispute between old men, but to get to the bottom of this, you must now speak to Mabel. I've no doubt that backstabber will deny everything though. There must be a connection between the dark energy and the black crystals we found. There may even be a link to this witch we're looking for. So I assume you'll be on your way. You'll find Mevo in Altinova, selling his inferior weapons and armor. Oh, and thank you. I owe you a debt of gratitude for all of that you've done here.
We will be able to work in the cave again soon. Don't just stand there. Go help bail out the water.
Alright, we're going to... Altinova. Oh shit. Oh, it's this short midget. But me dumping black crystals, that's absurd. Who's behind all of this nonsense? Tell me, who was it? Was it Baratin, Mugrim, or maybe even Tulum?
It's best not to show that you're an adventurer. It's easy to get into trouble in Altinova. Life is luck. There is no such thing as
What?
property.
Hakan from the furnace said that? Ha, what a fool. The reason why the lava cave is in such a mess was because they appointed a fool like him to oversee activities there. Those clowns at the furnace aren't even worthy of being my competitors. What? Don't tell me you believe that nonsense about me. Hakan blames me for everything. Tisk. I have better things to do than be caught up with the likes of Hakan Dirk. You shouldn't be swayed by such nonsense. So you're the one that saved that relic of a furnace? It sounds pretty fanciful that you alone defeated all those monsters in the lava cave. You want to prance around with a story like that. Pay a visit to Neruda Shen and see what he says. Regardless, any time spent with that fool Hakan Dirk is a complete waste.
What is it? What are you looking for?
Neruda-san. What does this do? Naru armor, Naru accessory. My sources inform me that you single-handedly managed to restore operations at the lava clave. Thank you on behalf of Altinova. Mediah can use more heroes like you.
Key clients from Valencia have arrived. We will have
The
negotiations.
savior of Calphion, you seem surprised that I know who you are. I happen to have very good sources. Information is an invaluable commodity to merchants such as myself. I hope you don't mind the liberties I took to learn more about you. I see you're interested in Mivo, Moranan, and Hakan Dirk. It doesn't come as a surprise that Hakan Dirk would find Mivo suspicious. What those two don't realize is that the events that occurred at the lava cave have nothing to do with the blacksmiths of Mediah. The dark energy found after the explosion was fundamentally different from the energy found in the black crystals. The energy found in the cave was more similar to the energy that was present during the 3 days of darkness. The 3 days of darkness was filled with terrors that still give me nightmares to this day. The witch you seem to be looking for was largely responsible for it. Ah, forgive my incessant blabbering. Nothing more than the dusty memories of a foolish old man. You would find it best to ignore the squabble between the two blacksmiths. So you tell me you're looking for the witch? Well, I know as much as I've already told you. Unfortunately, the 3 days of darkness was an event the people here chose to forget. You will be hard pressed to find anyone willing to speak about the witch you are pursuing. Is there something else I can do for you? Perhaps some silver for resolving our troubles at the furnace? Or perhaps your interests lie in the pursuit of justice or some higher ideal you wish to live up to? Take a look around Altinova and tell me if there's anything you want. A true merchant always pays their dues.
Mediah
Okay,
is
sir.
strong. It could be said the same with Altinova.
I can tell from your appearance that this is your first time in Altinova. Be careful not to lose your silver to pickpockets.
I only sell items that are stable.
In Altinova, you must learn to protect yourself from those who try to swindle you. Merchants who live by code of honor and good conduct are few and far between in a place like this. Personally, I would have no problem convincing you to buy something completely useless. Consider yourself lucky. I'm only showing you my nice side because Neruda-Shen sent you here. A witch possessed by dark energy? I know many merchants would be quick to separate fools from their silver, but nothing about a witch. Anyway, as you can see, I sell potions. I hope to see you again soon.
I'm not playing with you.
Tulum, arms dealer.
Altinova is full of barbarians.
So you're here to look at the weapons I made? Ah, so you're the one who saved the furnace.
I hear that Neruda-Shen approved the
Any
barbarians
adventurer
to live
worth
here.
their salt should
And I
use a
hope it's
weapon
not
forged
true.
by a master blacksmith such as me. I am the great Tulum, Mediah's very own blacksmith extraordinaire. You can always come visit if you ever need a pair of decent weapons. A witch possessed by the dark energy? I don't think such grim creature would choose to shop in a place like this. Pathetic adventurers with no skills, on the other hand. Seen plenty of those. I only offer weapons to those I find worthy. If you really want to find someone, you're better off speaking to Dave. He's Mediah's storage keeper, so he sees plenty of people passing through.
We are Rutums. Totally different from disorderly.
I'm Dave.
The storage keeper. You can even store your worries here.
A witch possessed by dark energy? First time I've heard of such thing.
Welcome. I'm Dave. I'm kind. Workers do all the work. I only need to keep this storage. My kind? We have to sharpen our teeth.
You were looking for
often.
someone. I thought you were looking for looking to store something. I don't remember seeing anyone particularly suspicious. Storage keepers have a keen memory. They have to remember all of their customers and the goods they've stored. How else would they be able to keep track of things? Oh, are you leaving already? You're welcome to come back anytime if you need to store something. Remember the name. It's Steve, the storage keeper. You can even store your worries here. Oh.
Don't look at me like that. It frightens me.
I'm the marketplace
Been waiting for
director,
you. Neruda
Lucy
Shen
Bentham.
entrusted me with a gift I'm supposed to give you.
If it's possible, please tell me what I
Neruda
would
Shen
find
told me you're
interesting.
looking for something. Some information that might shed some light on the witch. I'm not sure how much I can help, but you remind me of a song the children sing in the village that gives me the willies. Sounds like a nursery rhyme, but in a strange language. I don't know where the song comes from, only that it has an ominous undertone. I tell you, it sends chills down my spine. Normally, I wouldn't share this information with strangers, but for you, I'll make an exception. Consider it payment for saving the furnace managed by the Shen Merchant Guild.
Trade should be
Shen
made with
Merchant
careful
Guild, huh?
consideration. Make it a habit to look thoroughly.
He wanted to thank you for saving a natural furnace. Neruda Shen knows that you weren't in it for compensation, so please accept the ring. Think of it as a welcoming gift.
No one will be held responsible for your mistake.
What ring? I see no ring.
Jean Merchant Guild never makes mistakes. I'm the marketplace director, Lucy Bentham. If it's possible, please tell me what I would find interesting. Trade should be made with careful consideration. Make it a habit to look thoroughly.
What ring? What the hell? I see no ring, man. It's lying to me. Song? Oh yeah, that one. I don't know what the lyrics mean, but I overheard some barbarians singing it somewhere over there. Over there, listen, they're still singing. You should know that barbarians hate being around others. So if you want to eavesdrop on their singing, you'll have to get up close and pretend to be doing something else. Okay.
My mom is the marketplace director of Altinova.
Listen long enough and the lyrics get stuck in your head. All of us children in the village have memorized the lyrics by heart. What, you're asking me what it means? How should I know? All I know is that the song is in the language of the barbarians. Ba,
Never
barbarian.
heard of
Ba,
it?
ba,
It's a song that has
barbarian.
become recently
I heard
popular
that
in
Abdul
Altinova.
Jam understands the language of the barbarians. You're leaving already? If you find out what the lyrics mean, please do tell me next time we meet. Promise me you will.
Shlajiki Kashikira! Is this your...
Hmm. Here to sharpen your skills, you've come to the right, huh? You want me to translate something in the language of the barbarians? Pretty bold of you to ask something like that, considering we just met.
Is it only me who can communicate with the barbarians
I
and
would have
black
sent you on your
pigs?
way if you were another half-assed adventurer looking for a favor, but your name's already traveled far. I heard about your heroics at the natural furnace. Right then, listen carefully. The goddess of darkness will return, the goddess of darkness will return. When the sun turns black, the subdued will rise, the master will become the slave will become the master, the old will die, death will usher in the new. Your despair is hope for me, my hope is your despair. Satisfied? I didn't realize it at first because I was busy interpreting, but after a second look, I can tell the lyrics were based on a prophecy from Sirari. You've never heard of Sirari? She's hailed as the prophet of God among the barbarians. If you want to learn more about the meaning of the lyrics, you should talk to Sirari yourself.
I just...
Aw, shit, this might be the girl masquerading as a prophet.
Seeing things one does not wish to see is said to be the destiny of the prophetic.
It's expecting you to come, O stranger from a distant land, destined to stand alone in the eye of darkness.
The shapes and flow of the stars tell me a lot.
What it is yet to be and will be, what was past was destined to have been. Per the will of God, I sense that you seek answers from me.
3 days of darkness is a disaster that must not reoccur.
The dark shadow is returning with the witch of darkness. When the sun turns black, the world will reach out with their hands. If death befalls all of the night, all like the night, how do we know who is king? If day burns tonight, adult from child will be unknown. Perhaps a time for hope, perhaps a time for despair. I'm but an instrument. I cannot tell you any more than this. You will soon understand you cannot escape your
Their
fate.
oppressed wills
There is
shall
no
be
need to be
emancipated
confused.
soon.
Follow the light. No matter what, do not give in to the darkness that dwells inside of you.
The only bird that does not fly away
Your child has no idea what she's saying. What about those barbarians? This is beyond ridiculous. Ignore her. These prophets like to speak in riddles to cover the fact that they don't actually know anything. Think about it. The true meaning of the prophecy implies a rebellion. The barbarians must be planning to rebel. But I wonder who the leader of this group is. Maybe that Neruda Shen knows more than he's letting on. Or perhaps the song is referring to Elizra. Or the song might have been spread by Sirari herself. Nothing but questions without answers. At least it's something exciting to be a part of. Hmm.
Until a handful of seeds become trees.
I am Neruda Shen, leader of the Mediah Merchants Guild.
What do you know about the Barid's royal family? The family has been ruling over the kingdom of Dea for generations. Currently, Prince Barids, who will eventually succeed the throne as Barids III, has yet to come of age, and because of this, I was entrusted to lead the kingdom in his stead. Sirari's prophecy is a thinly veiled protest against me, a simple steroid of the kingdom, from those dissatisfied with the way things have been going on ever since the decline of the Barids royal family. It seems clear this prophecy was created to incite a barbarian rebellion. Nowhere else is this clearer to witness than at the abandoned iron mine, one of our most important sources of income. The barbarians used force to take over the mine and claim the territory as their own. Since then, many villagers in the surrounding area have been rounded up and forced to work there against their will. I don't know for sure who the dark goddess is in the song referring to, but my instincts tell me it's Sirari. You don't believe me? Why don't you pay a visit to Abun, near the abandoned iron mine, and see for yourself?
Mediah is strong. It could be said the same of Altinova.
Hmm. Is that a city? Or like a town? Must be a small town. Yeah, it's a small town. You can't
Everyone's
actually be
leaving.
planning on settling down in this
Actually, I'm
decrepit
thinking
town.
of leaving as well.
You say Neruda Shen sent you here? Are you the savior that will save our village from further ruin?
All the people are headed to Altinova.
Prophecy,
Will there
which
be
I don't
room
know
for me?
about any of these things. All I know is the villagers are suffering from under those filthy barbarians. We were once the masters of the abandoned iron mine, and the barbarians were the ones who worked it. Life was good, but everything was changed since the 3 days of darkness. The barbarians overthrew the workers in the village and took over the abandoned iron mine. Many of the villagers in Abun We're taken and forced to work. Mediah left us to our fate. Our village, our beloved village, wasn't always in the state you see today.
Who will save the ones taken to abandoned iron mine?
An adventurer, what are you doing in a place like this? Don't you have better things to do?
Wouldn't it be right to cost a lot for repairing?
Alas, Abun may be gone forever. You might want to take a moment to remember that this will be where Abun once stood. Even the villagers who swore to defend and rebuild the village have all fled. Considering the circumstances, I'll soon be left with no choice but to leave as well. What can I do if I won't have any more customers? There are barely any villagers left now. If you want to learn more about their struggles, you'll have to speak to them yourself. I'm so tired of hearing and talking about it.
The residents' complaints are endless.
It would be good if All's blessings also reach Abu.
Want to know more about this village? If I had my way, I'd be long gone by now.
Pathetic Oreo.
My brother was dragged to the abandoned iron mine. How can I leave without him? Those atrocious barbarians left our family broken and torn apart. If I knew I could stand a chance against them, I would have tried taking them out myself, even if it cost me my life. Are you actually hunting down the barbarians yourself? You'll find them in the abandoned iron mine, but that's suicide. Can you really do it? If you insist on going, I can't stop you. You're looking for something there. The Song of the Barbarians. I've heard of it before. If you're going to go to the abandoned iron mine, can you look for Horio? I'm certain that he's still alive. He might even be able to help you. Alright, let's find this Horio. Horio! Did you say nephew? I feel like I haven't heard that name in months. How has she been doing? The Barons are mean and strong. Even if the captured were all given weapons, none would be able to escape them. Well, keep your voice down. The guards will kill us if we get caught. Can you defeat those guards? Silly question, seeing how you already made it all the way here. I'll leave them up to you. Please slay the monsters of the abandoned iron mine. I found out some important information while I was here. I'll tell you more when you come back.
Oh, nephew, my dear beloved sister.
You're a person of exceptional talent. I wish I had your strength. I certainly wouldn't be in this sore state if I did. I can see why Nephi placed their trust in you. Perhaps you will be the one who saves us.
Barbarians are powerful. We'd struggle
I
to
understand
fight
that
them even
Nephi's
if we
worried
had
about me, but I can't leave everyone else behind. It's already been half a month since I was dragged here. It's the same for everyone else here. I miss my family terribly. Ah, that's right. I've learned something as I was observing the barbarians. It looks as if they are searching for a specific type of ore. Sometimes will unearth rare resources at the mine site, but they confiscate the ore before you get a chance to process them. I think it's the main reason for being here. Maybe we can learn more about the barbarians if we find that ore.
Oh, Nephi.
Yes,
My dear
that it?
beloved
Shape is
sister.
glowing. Wait, isn't that a
What's
black
Nephi
crystal?
doing? She must be worried sick about me.
The first storyline opens with Until We Meet Again quest and delves into the events that led to the downfall of the kingdom of Mediah and siding with the Shroud Knights to pursue Elezra. I had no idea that the abandoned Iron Man was a source of black crystals. Now it makes sense why Neruda Shen hasn't done anything about the barbarians. Can't you see? Neruda Shen is the head of the largest merchant guild in Mediah, yet he hasn't deployed a single soldier to address the barbarian threat and drive them out. I heard a rumor that the barbarians gained recognition to self-govern their territory by establishing trade with Neruda Shen. Our only hope is to reach out to the Shroud Knights, the order of knights sworn to serve under the old Barid's dynasty. Go find Sarma Anin, the commander of the Shroud Knights. It is only with your help that you have any chance of saving Mediah. Oriotinia. Wipe that gloomy look off your face. They were weak. It was as simple as that. The second questline starts with crossroads for Altinova, which tell the story of Neruda Shen and his merchant guild who are trying to rebuild Mediah after the 3 days of darkness. You'll side with them and work together to solve problems and help revive the region. Just trust me, the petty affairs of humans mean nothing to me. I only do what's best for you. So speaking of trust, do you really believe Neruda Shen is a bad person? Think it carefully. Let's talk to him and demand some answers. Pursue Elezra or... Let's pursue Elezra. I want to know more about the switch. Alright. Oh my lord.
Yep.
Are you kidding me? So you're interested in saving the villagers near the abandoned island. We too wish to save them.
Ilezra is the witch who massacred the Mediah royal family by instigating cultists and barbarians.
The Median royals of the past, huh? Reliving the darkness. Okay. So that was the end of the first quest line in Mediah, or the first main quest line in Mediah. So we're gonna open that. Wait, what? Alright, so we'll continue once more. Thank you for watching. See ya.